Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing? Today we're going to be testing out the new Fenty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I feel like I heard a lot of hype about this before it even launched, so I purchased it on launch day and I'm just excited to go ahead and give it a shot. I really love more natural finish foundations. I've tried both other foundations that Fenty has done in the past, the one that was matte, the original one, and then also the one that was supposed to be more glowy, but it wasn't glowy on me. I didn't really love either of those. I actually ended up decluttering both of them. And I'm just hoping that this is the Fenty foundation that's going to work perfectly for me. So if you are new here, I have very fair skin, so I went ahead and picked up the lightest shade, which is the shade number 1. And I also have a playlist on my channel called The Lightest Shade, where I try the lightest shade in a bunch of foundations. I've been doing that playlist for years now, so if you have very fair skin, that might be helpful for you. And I actually got that idea from Nima Tang because she does the darkest shade series, and I just thought it was brilliant and super helpful. I also have pretty dry skin. I don't get patches of dryness except for on my nose, so I'm gonna be doing a first impression today and then also doing a wear test. Currently it is 11:26, so let's just talk about this foundation for a moment. It does retail for $29.50. I got mine on Sephora, and it says that the liquid formula, natural finish, light coverage, long wearing, vegan, cruelty free, and it's described as a lightweight, buildable, light to medium coverage skin tint that leaves skin looking blurred and smooth in flexible shades for all. It says shake well and apply a few drops with fingers or the full body foundation brush. So I think on one side I'll do fingers and on the other side I'll do a foundation brush. So just shaking that for a second, although I really don't hear the product moving around at all. The packaging is super cute. It's pretty lightweight. It doesn't feel like super heavy or luxurious or anything like that, but I just like the bottle in general. I already went ahead and primed my face with the Becca First Light priming filter just to add a little bit of hydration. And then I threw some sunscreen on a few hours ago when I first woke up. I guess we'll just start off with this side. I don't know how much to do. Okay, we'll just do like 3 little pumps. Not even like full. I mean, obviously you can see they're very tiny. Okay, feels very lightweight. I think I need to add a little bit more right here. I mean, I think it helped a little bit with some redness. Let's see. Yeah, definitely looks very light coverage, giving me BB cream vibes. As far as the shade goes, it looks like it's just a tiny bit lighter than my skin tone, but I mean, it's very sheer, so it blends out and looks really nice. Just because it says that it's buildable, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. Actually, just right here, because this is where I have the majority of my redness. Okay, yeah, it's building up a little bit. And it does not look like anything on the skin at all. All right, I like it. So there's this side with nothing versus this side. So let's do about the same on this side. And I'm just gonna grab my favorite foundation brush, which is one from Tarte that unfortunately they don't sell anymore, but it's just a dense, soft brush. Okay. I feel like that blended in quite a bit faster with the brush, and overall it looks very similar. I mean, it really does just take away redness and just add a little tiny bit of coverage, but I think it looks really nice. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more just to build it up and make it even. Can't tell you how frustrating it is to film when my neighbor's dogs just bark all the time. Okay, so I feel like I really don't have a preference between using a brush and using my fingers. I think it looks really nice. I'd want to go in with just a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, but overall, I mean, definitely a very pretty BB cream. And the fact that it looks nearly undetectable and it feels like nothing, I feel like if you like very light coverage, you don't like to feel foundation on your skin, you don't like to see foundation on your skin, this could be a good option. I'm all about it. Because I feel like I'd rather like have like very light coverage all over my face and then add the coverage with my concealer where I really need it, as opposed to doing medium or full coverage all over. I'm gonna take the Rare Beauty Concealer in the shade 100W and just throw a little bit underneath my eyes. tiny bit on this acne here. I really don't want to spot conceal a ton today because I want to do the wear test and really let the foundation, BB cream, skin tint, whatever you want to call it, speak for itself. Just blending that in with the Anissa Beauty Concealer brush. I'm going to throw on just a touch of the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Airbrush Bronzer in the shade Fair to add a little bit of color back to my face. So I used the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette for my eyes today, and I'm just going to use that to finish my cheeks off as well. So I'm going to start off with this shade Juliet as my blush. And then I'm going to take the shade Romeo and use that as my highlight. Really quickly, I'm just going to finish off my eyes because I didn't do the lower lash line yet, obviously. Okay, so it's 11:40 now and my face is pretty much finished. I feel like it looks so good. I'm really happy. First impression, very hopeful for how it'll look throughout the day. I feel like this could be possibly like my new go-to kind of BB cream. The only product I have that's similar at all would be the Bare With Me Tinted Skin Veil from NYX, but this one's definitely a lot more pink toned, and I feel like the Fenty looks completely undetectable on the skin, whereas this I feel like I can see a little bit more. So I'll just have to, you know, wear it throughout the day, continue to test it after this day and see how I end up feeling. But so far so good, so I'll see you guys in a few hours. All right, y'all, it is now 4:14 p.m. It's been over 4 hours and I have to say that I feel like my skin looks really good. Again, just kind of repeating what I've said earlier, I still feel like I can't see the foundation on my skin per se, but it does seem to be overall a very soft, slightly blurred complexion. I feel like my redness isn't peeking through too much, so I'm really happy so far. I'm gonna go about my day for a little bit longer and I'll check back in a few hours. So it is now 9:50 p.m. so it has been just a little bit over 10 hours. Really good wear test. Today has been super long. I'm just so ready to take my makeup off, work out, go to bed. But anyways, to talk about the skin tint, I'm very happy with how it wore. I feel like I'm kind of just repeating myself because not much has changed. I still feel like it took down my redness, it blurred a little bit, just added a tiny bit of coverage, and it looks just so soft on the skin. The only place I can even really tell that I'm wearing makeup is right here where my concealer was. So I mean, I definitely see myself using this a ton in the future. I think if you like light coverage, this is really beautiful. I'm excited to try it out in some different ways. Probably gonna try mixing it in with a liquid highlight next just to see if I get it even more glowy. Although I will say it's not as obvious right now under all these lights, but when I was looking in my bathroom mirror just a little while ago, I noticed that like this area here, my forehead, like spots on my face that I did not set with powder or add extra highlight to, so it's just the foundation. It has like a very glow from within finish, which I really like, and it's definitely all this. So I'm happy. I'm glad that I purchased it. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.